The crystal wine glasses shimmered under the chandelier in Aunt Evelyn's sprawling ranch-style home in suburban Dallas, catching the golden hues of the Texas sunset filtering through the bay windows. Everyone lifted their glasses in unison, the clink echoing like a fragile promise. Aunt Evelyn squeezed my hand, her polished nails digging just a bit too deep, as she proclaimed with that practiced quiver in her voice, "Blood is thicker than water. Darlin' family sticks together through thick and thin." I forced a smile, the one I'd honed over countless barbecues and holiday feasts, and replied softly, "That's exactly why I walked away." The room froze. Laughter evaporated. Uncle Ray's fork hovered mid-bite, a piece of brisket dangling precariously. The only sound was the distant hum of the air conditioner kicking in. My name is Sarah Jenkins, and at 37, I'd carved out a life in the quiet edges of Fort Worth that my relatives envied but never replicated, a modest split-level house in a leafy neighborhood, paid for with sweat and overtime as a financial auditor at Lone Star Consulting. No McMansion, but every bill met, every DIY fix done without a fuss. I maxed my IRA, kept an 8-month rainy day fund, and treated myself to the occasional solo hike in Big Bend. Single by design. No alimony wars. No screaming matches over budgets. My evenings were simple, a jog along the Trinity River trails or a quiet book club meetup. Predictable? Sure. But it was peace I'd earned. My kinfolk, though, thrived in a whirlwind of self-made storms, where every crisis was a badge of honor and every bailout a family tradition. Mom, Barbara, was on husband number 4, a washed-up rodeo rider named Hank who dreamed big about starting a food truck but couldn't hold down a shift at the local diner. She'd rung me up weeping just weeks ago, claiming the electricity bill was overdue again, though I suspected it funded another weekend getaway to Austin. Cousin Lisa ran a so-called vintage resale gig online, which was code for flipping thrift store junk at inflated prices. And every quarter she'd pitch me on some game-changing venture, like that crypto side hustle she swore wasn't a Ponzi. Then there was Aunt Evelyn, the self-crowned queen bee since Grandpa passed, ruling from her perch at 60 with a velvet glove hiding iron fists. Her Instagram was a highlight reel of blessed family vibes, racking up hearts from strangers. But it masked the backhanded compliments, the guilt-laced favors, the way she tallied debts like a bookie at the track. I'd been pegged as the reliable one since college, while they chased pipe dreams on plastic. I crunched numbers, climbed the ladder, built equity. They called it success. What they meant was ATM. The ask started innocently enough, $100 for tires, $250 for school supplies. Just till next paycheck, they'd vow. But payday was always a mirage. I tracked it all in a private Excel file. Not chasing repayments, but needing the cold data to anchor me. $4,200 to Lisa for business stock last year, $2,800 to Mom for vet bills that morphed into concert tickets, $1,100 to Cousin Tyler for a rental deposit he blew in a month. The ledger stretched back 7 years, the grand total twisting my gut like a bad burrito. But I kept showing up, kept wiring funds, kept nodding through dinners where my cash circled back as hollow thanks. I told myself it was kin helping kin, that they'd turn the corner someday. Lies we tell ourselves to sleep at night. The invite for Evelyn's anniversary bash pinged my inbox on a mundane Wednesday, mid-audit at the office. Can't wait to toast 35 years with my whole clan, it gushed, detailing the upscale caterers, the string quartet, the intimate affair for 50 heads. I drafted excuses, a client deadline, a migraine, jury duty, but ended up RSVPing with a thumbs-up emoji. Because that's what the fixer did, she appeared. Evelyn's pad in the upscale Frisco enclave was a showpiece. All granite counters and vaulted ceilings, financed by her late husband's settlement from a work accident. She staged it like a southern living spread, shiplap walls, monogrammed throw pillows, gallery of posed portraits screaming, perfect kin. Evelyn enveloped me in a cloud of Chanel the second I crossed the threshold. You look fabulous. Sugar, though we really ought to fix you up with that nice accountant from church. A gal your age shouldn't fly solo. Barely a minute in. And the jab landed. The shindig unfolded like clockwork, orchestrated pandemonium under Evelyn's baton. Servers glided with trays of shrimp and grits while she commanded the great room, basking in praise for the spread she'd outsourced. Post-toast. She tapped her glass again, commanding silence like a drill sergeant. Y'all, I've got exciting news, she beamed, fanning herself dramatically. We've grown too scattered, only seeing each other at weddings and wakes. So, I've booked us a family getaway. Lisa hooped. Mom clasped her hands in mock prayer. My stomach nodded. Found the stunning lodge in Aspen's snow-capped peaks. Ski lessons. Hot tubs. Farm-to-table feasts. A whole week to bond. She flashed pics on her iPad. Put a deposit down next month. I know it's quick. But fate opened a slot. Eyes swiveled to me. With group rates. Airfare. Shuttles, about $3,500 a head. Chatter erupted. Folks who'd nickel-and-dimed their way through life suddenly debating lift tickets. Evelyn cut in smoothly. Course. Not everyone's wallet's the same. But that's kin for ya, we lift each other up. All gazes pinned me like a bug. Sarah. Honey, Mom cooed. Ain't this grand? You've always yammered 'bout seeing more of the world. I dreamed of solo jaunts to Yellowstone. A backpacking trek through the Rockies, not a forced march with leeches eyeing my savings. Sounds nice, I hedged. But audit season's peakin' can't swing a week off. The vibe chilled. Surely your boss understands family first, Evelyn pressed. Smile tight as a drum. I'll check, I muttered. Lisa piped up, even if you sit it out. You could chip in. Right? Hate for money to keep some from going. They're the hook. Baited with shame. $3,500 per? Steep. I ventured. Maybe something closer. Like a weekend at the Gulf. Evelyn's chuckle rang hollow. Always the penny pincher. Sarah. But memories ain't got price tags. Sides. No kids. No spouse. What else you savon for? The room held its breath. Nods rippling. Some averting eyes, but all banking on my fold. I'll mull it, I said. The party limped on. Strained laughs and sidelong glances. When I pled a headache for an early exit, Evelyn gripped my elbow. Hope you rethink. Dear. Wouldn't want dollars dividend blood, especially when some got plenty and others scrape by. Driving home. Her words gnawed like road rash. My phone lit with pleas, Lisa probing if I was all right, Tyler hyping the family fun, Mom guilting over Evelyn's sacrifices. Not one asked what I wanted. The email blindsided me Thursday lunchtime, sandwiched between bites of a turkey wrap at my desk. Lisa forwarded it with a rambling note. Forward, getaway deets. Reconsidered yet? Would be epic to unplug and just be us. Smiling face with heart eyes, I nearly trashed it. But the urgent emojis nagged. Scrolling past her fluff. The original thread from Evelyn to Lisa. Mom. And Tyler stared back. Timestamped 2:47 a.m. 2 days prior. Urgent huddle tomorrow at mine. 7 p.m. Keep Sarah in the dark. Nail down our pitch, health scares our ace in the hole. She can't fact-check fast. And Gil will hit before smarts do. Barb. Practice those waterworks, last round was weak. Lisa. No ad-libs on the debt collectors. Tyler. Kids card only if we need leverage. Lock in funds for the Real Miami Beach spa escape. Aspen's covers gold, too pricey for her to tag along. But not so wild she'll balk at subcitizen. Attached, Opkin cash plan. Docs. My fork clattered. hands trembling. I open the file, a meticulous blueprint for fleecing me. Sarah pitch essentials. Evelyn floats bogus arrhythmia. Amp's mild flutter to life-threatening irregular beats need an urgent fix. Tie in Denver dock for Aspen Link. Gear costs $18,000, insurance snubs experimental. Fullbacks, leases, hacked cards debt. $9,000, Barb's emergency root canal. $6,000, Tyler's kid therapy for ADHD. $4,000. Sarah profile, caves to med crises. Group shaman, Amp's guilt. Prefers loans over gifts. 92% win rate on sob stories. It droned on, scripts. Psyops. Post-haul splits for the actual $9,000 Miami jaunt. Even Sarah resistance management hit her loner status. Christian family duty. Pages of it. A corporate raid on my heartstrings. The screen swam. Hollowed out. Like they'd gutted me from afar. Every plea. Every crisis, how many scripted? The ledger's $92,000 over 7 years? Not aid. But sponsorship for their indulgences while I scrimped on vacations. Drove a decade-old Subaru. A text from Evelyn buzzed. No word on Aspen yet. Hope cash ain't comin' between us. P.S. Chest flutters actin' up. Nothing major. Game on. I archived the email. Forwarded to my cloud. Deleted from work. Calm settled. Icy and resolute. They'd scripted my role. Time to rewrite the play. New spreadsheet. Op reveal. They banked on the old Sarah. The pushover. She vanished with that click. Over the next week, I played double agent. By day, audited ledgers with poise. By night, archived their onslaught. Screenshots of texts. Voicemails preserved. Calls recorded. Texas one-party consent. I'd verified. Folders bloomed. Evelyn's act, Lisa's lies, Mom's maneuvers, proof pile. It kicked off per script. Saturday morn. Evelyn's Insta post, pill vials in hand. Caption pushin' through health hurdles with faith. Likes poured in. Crafting her martyr myth. Sunday afternoon. Lisa rang ballin' collectors threatenin' lawsuits. ID theft maxed my visa, $9K gone. I murmured sympathies. App whirring. Monday Eve. Mom summoned me over, Hank absent. Table strewn with phony bills. Didn't want to burden ya. But dentist warns infection could hit my sinuses bad. Coverage? I probed. Half, need full pay up front. Annoyance flashed. DR. Harlan says ASAP. Note. No DR. Harlan in DFW listings. Pressure mounted, group chats, prayin' for Evelyn, long-lost cousins concerned, social posts on steppin' up for kin. Thursday night. Climax call from Evelyn. Voice frail, test results in paroxysmal AFib. Riskin stroke. Doc. DR. Caldwell. Cardio whiz. Fictitious. Needs $18,000 monitor pre-travel. Like Aspen. Bingo. Payment plans? None for trials. Frustration seeped. Every delay's dangerous, but forget it. I'll manage alone. Hang up for guilt marinade. Phone erupted. Lisa fret in. Mom plead in. Tyler tugged in heartstrings with kids. I grinned in the dim living room. They'd directed. I'd hijacked. Group text. Emergency kin meet re. Evelyn's crisis and finances. Saturday 7 p.m. at hers. All required. I prepped my script over Merlot. They crave theater? I'd deliver a curtain call. Saturday dawn stormy. Mirroring my resolve. I armored up. Crisp blazer. Heirloom necklace from Gran. Pumps that clicked authority. Evelyn commandeered hosting. My space is best. I arrived prompt. Spying the cabal through lace curtains around her oak table, a heirloom bought with settlement cash. Evelyn hugged. Frail facade intact, soft sweater. Subtle makeup for brave face. Full roster, Mom and Hank lurking. Lisa Tisheretti. Tyler kitchen adjacent. Even distant cousin Mia. Drawn by whispers of windfall. Thanks for comin', I opened. Claiming head seat, Evelyn's usual throne. We're all frettin' Evelyn's health bomb. Lisa jumped when she spilled on the heart mess. I was floored. Paroxysmal atrial fibrillation, Evelyn murmured. Without gear. Which doc? I queried sweetly. Dr. Caldwell. Specialty. Squint. Arrhythmias, why? Full fax for help. Phone out. Visible. Let's cover all crises. Chill descended. Lisa. ID theft update? Police report filed. Gape. Plannin' Monday. Mom. Sinus risk, surgeon. Shift. Dr. Harlan. Odd, no such doc locally. Silence thickened. What are you playin' at? Evelyn dropped the quiver. Helpin'. Like kin. Folder out. But Aspen's got me puzzled. Perks. Crunched costs, steep for subsidizers. Kin lifts kin, Tyler parroted. Sure, get this email. Accidentally forwarded. Uproar. What email? Opkin cash plan. Aspen's cover gold, too pricey for her join-in. But she'll fund others. Real targets Miami spa. $9,000 split. Mom snatched, I withheld. Misunderstandin', Evelyn soothed. Only mine? Thought y'all loved me. Not my wallet. Hank interjected, calm down. You? Silent leech off Mom, thus me. Zip it. He deflated. More papers. Transfers tallied. $92,000. Your help tally. You gave willingly, Lisa whined. Sarah profile. Caves to med please. 92% success on health ploys. Faces cycled. Shock. Rage. Dread. Y'all mapped me like a con. Not blood. Tears welled raw. Unscripted. 30 seconds. Then steal. Saddest? More effort scam in than knowin' me. Phone up. Play. Evelyn's plea. Lisa's sob. Mom's infection yarn. Echoes, damn them. Recorded us? Evelyn shattered. Dare? Y'all profiled. Schemed. Monetized love and mad at proof. Family's aid, Tyler tried. No, y'all thieve with terror. Dramatic, Lisa mumbled. Is it? Lisa. Kids surgery 3 years back, $5K from me. But Cabo pick same week. Peller. Mom. Grand's headstone plea, $3, 500 check. Stone was $900. Rest? Mute. Evelyn. Maestro of cons, phantom fixes. Bills. Charities to your purse. Can't prove squad I see. Can, hired forensic auditor. Memos like med costs fund luxuries? Fraud. Felony fraud. Criminal loomed. You wouldn't, Mom gasped. Haven't yet. What you want? Evelyn flat. You to feel it. Gathered gear. I'm out, no cash. No guilt. No ties. Alone without us, Mom desperate. Been alone. Payin' premium for facade. Envelope out, these? Legal shifts off emergency lists. Yanked bank access. Will to Habitat for Humanity. Sorry, Lisa sobbed real. Spiraled. For plan. But I know now. To Mia, if unaware. Why here? Care or cash? Quiet indictment. Exit. Heels echoing. Final glance. Tableau of avarice, Evelyn gripping papers. Lisa weeping. Mom clutching Hank. Tyler floored. Pathetic? Honest ask, IDV helped. Blood spawned. Then why not? Evelyn began. Y'all didn't ask, performed. Pilfered. Reap it. Door ajar behind. October chill bit. But I strode free. Hands firm on wheel. Purse aside. Engine purring. Crash later. One card left. Final envelope. Attorneys cease and desist. No contact sans counsel. Watched window. Gestures frantic. Mom pacing. Lisa buried. Evelyn storming. Phone stormed, mom begging talk. Lisa vowing repay. Tyler kid guilting. Blocked sequentially. Erasing echoes. Emailed letter. Lawyer CC'd, cease contact or harassment suit. Final. Buzz ceased. Homeward. Mind ticking, new locks, Evelyn had key. Work alert. Fresh number. Maybe relocate but not flee my haven. House breathed easier. Unburdened. Wine poured, the reserve cab for milestones sipped in dark. Silence golden, no pleas. No ploys. No pings. Feared solitude? They'd armed it against me. Now, in my mortgage-free sanctuary. Truth dawned, not alone. Just vampire-free. Ledger glared, $92,000. Shut it, new file, post-Canera. Line 1, Yellowstone solo trek. $4,500. 2, Rocky's cabin retreat. $3,800. 3, kitchen remodel. $12,000. 4, IRA surge. $35,000. Deferred dreams. Reborn. Toasted void to self-made orphanhood. Bubbled like liberation. Phone lit. Evelyn's Insta crushed by kin greed. Prayers needed. Sympathies flowed for the fraudster. Could have nuked with posts, screenshots, audios, exposes. Instead, blocked. Nuked account. Their stage, my exit. Bedward. Last ring unknown. Likely proxy. Voicemail deleted unheard. Tomorrow, fortified finances. Unmanipulated heart. Unstolen tomorrows. Slept sound. The getaway fizzled, no Aspen sham. No Miami splurge. Sans subsidy. Empire crumbled. Mine? Reunion with buried self. Patient 7 years. 3 months on. DFW airport gate. Passport clutched. Tokyo bound for wildlife photo safari, gear bought with emergency funds spared. Months reshaped, savings swelled. Worries withered. Nights unbroken. Attempts came, proxies probing. Friends guilting mom's breakdown, Lisa's returned mail. Cease and desist bit, lawyer logged harassments from workplace lurks. Revelation at 6 weeks, dad's estranged sister. Aunt Clara from Seattle. LinkedIn messaged, heard you broke chains. Over Zoom coffees. Family lore spilled decades of targeting winners, draining till dry. You're the escape artist, she said. They bleed, I'm out usually. Plain side. Time check, 2:35 p.m. Echo of email discovery. Synchronicity sealed. Text preview, Sarah. Mom. Evelyn hospitalized real, delete. Block. Ascend. Attendant grinned, first abroad. At 37. Yeah, never left States. Never late. Liftoff shrank Dallas. Below. Kin schemed breaches. Let fortified all. Self-remade, no as armor. Blood no blank check. Love sans respect Mir Khan. Phone buzzed, photo chat hyping Fuji Dawn shoots. Bonds by choice. Not chains. Tokyo landed. Jet-lagged glow. Lights pulsed promise. Phone mute, toxins severed. Hotel dusk. Journal open, day 1 Tokyo. Day 91 free. Irony, their fake reunion birthed my real self-merge. She earned this freedom. Life unpilfered. Final buzz unknown. Blocked blind. Their crises? Not mine. Blood's no bond sans respect, love no ledger. Tuition, $92,000. 7 years. Steep. But liberation's priceless. Show closed, star soared 5,000 miles. Framing blossoms. Temples. Self. Kin reunion? Ours, past prisoner and present free. Aligned at last.